my name is Lizzie, and today I'm going to answer some of your questions that you guys sent me on Instagram. I just said, send me questions so I can make Vlogmas content, and you guys delivered. So here we go. Friends or The Office? Can only pick one. Friends and The Office are two of my favorite shows of all time, and it used to be Friends was #1. I gotta be honest, but you know, within the past year or so, The Office is my #1, and I would pick The Office just because James and I love it. We quote it constantly. We watch it every day, all day, every day, and that's not even an exaggeration. It's just like a screensaver that's on our TV at all times, and I think I've maybe watched it through entirely 10 times, at least 10 times, like all the way through. And like a lot of other times I've just like skipped to certain episodes. For example, I've watched the dinner party episode and stress relief maybe 30 times. Like, I don't even, it's crazy because we just go back to the same episodes over and over again, and then sometimes we just let the whole series play through. So long story short, The Office is my choice. If you think you know a lot about The Office, leave me trivia questions in the comments below and I will definitely answer them, and I will not cheat, I promise you. I also know a lot about Friends, so you can leave trivia questions in the comments for me as well, because I love trivia. If you could play any Broadway role, who would you play? This one is hard, so I think we're just going to assume that I have all the abilities necessary to be on Broadway, and I think I would love to be Dawn from Waitress. I would love to be Jenna from Waitress. I would love to be Cinderella from Into the Woods. I would love to be Janice in Mean Girls, or Katie Heron in Mean Girls, and I think those are my top ones. Favorite gift I ever received from Santa. You know, growing up for me, Santa was very good. I got a bike, I got a Nintendo DS, I got really good stuff from Santa. But I'll never forget this like Barbie kitchenette set that I got from Santa one year. It was like so amazing. Oh, also this Barbie RV that I got from Santa was so cool. The Barbie RV like opened up and had like a stage, and like you could put the Barbies on the little plaques and they would like dance with their guitars, and you could plug in your MP3 player to the Barbie RV and like play certain songs, and it was incredible. I will never forget it. Did you go to college? If so, what was your major? So I did go to college. If you've been following my channel for a while, you will know the journey I had with college. I went to the Art Institute in Austin, Texas, and I started as a culinary major. I thought I was going to be a pastry chef my entire life. I was really banking on that, and then I started going to school for it, and I realized, wow, this profession is a lot of stuff I didn't want. I didn't want to be on my feet for 70 to 80 hours a week. I didn't want to be working when all of my friends and family were having their holidays. I did not want to wake up at 3 a.m. every day to bake. And I just realized, okay, maybe this isn't what I should do for my career. So then I switched to a film major because I have made YouTube videos for years and years and years, and I thought maybe I can turn this into my real life job and not just my hobby. And then I continued making YouTube videos. I got a job offer with the Game Show Network through this series. I will link all the videos above. You can watch the real life process of me getting the job offer, dropping out of college, and moving to California with my mom. And I have literally zero regrets. It was the best decision I've ever made in my entire life. What's your favorite Christmas cookie? I love sugar cookies. I mean, are there more types of Christmas cookies than just like sugar cookies and gingerbread, I guess? No, I don't really like gingerbread. I'm not a gingerbread kind of person, but I love making sugar cookies and baking them like with the sprinkles like baked in them. No frosting, just like sugar cookie with sprinkles baked into it. Oh, so good. What was my honest reaction when I first got sorted into Hufflepuff? This is a great question because honestly, okay, let me just say, now I'm a proud Puff, and I love being a Hufflepuff. I love telling everyone that I'm Hufflepuff, and I'm very much a Hufflepuff. But growing up, reading the books, watching the movies, I always thought I was Gryffindor because I mean, who didn't think they were Gryffindor when they were reading the books and saw the movies? I was like, yeah, Harry Potter's awesome, Hermione's awesome, I'm smart, I'm brave, I'm a Gryffindor, and that's all I knew. So when I took the Pottermore test and I got Hufflepuff, also, I had grown up watching a Harry Potter musical. They make fun of Hufflepuff, and you know, everyone made fun of Hufflepuff for like a really, really long time. And when I got Hufflepuff at the Pottermore sorting, I was like devastated. I was like, there's no way, there was no way. But the more I read about Hufflepuff and like the characteristics and what J.K. Rowling had to say about it and what John Green had to say about it, because he's a Hufflepuff, and that really helped me. And now I have so many Hufflepuff friends, and they are my favorite people. What's a Disney character almost everyone likes but I can't stand? This one is easy. I really don't care about / like Alice in Wonderland. I really don't care / like Peter Pan or Wendy. Like, I mean, Wendy and Alice are basically the same character. They're the same voice actress, obviously, but I just don't care. I didn't grow up with a nostalgia towards them. I loved, okay, well, let me revise. I loved Jeremy Sumpter's Peter Pan. He was one of my first, like, dreams. Like, I, like, literally had a dream about him. So, yes, I like Peter Pan in that way. I like meeting Peter in the parks. Like, he's super fun and dorky and, like, cute and everything. But, like, the character of Peter Pan himself is just kind of like, I'm over it. When is the best time to wear a striped sweater? The best time to wear a striped sweater is all the time. Favorite pump-up jam? This is a good question. I don't know. Currently, so obviously it changes. Music taste changes over time, but I love I'd Rather Be Me from the Mean Girls soundtrack. I have to look at my phone to look at the music I listen to. I love Chillin' Like a Villain from Descendants 2. I love I'm So Humble from the Pop Star soundtrack by The Lonely Island. And I love Beautiful Trauma by Pink. Any advice on how to gain weight? Well, oh, do I ever? Just eat a lot of crap. Drink a lot of Dr. Pepper. Ignore anything that takes physical exertion, and watch a lot of The Office. I think it'll help a lot. Favorite Christmas movie and song. So I think my favorite Christmas movie is probably Elf. I think that's safe to say. Elf. I also really love the Santa Claus. And of course I love Jim Carrey's Grinch. My favorite Christmas song is Frank Sinatra's Jingle Bells. I love those Jingle bells. Oh. Do I like 80s movies? And if so, what is my favorite movie? Yeah, I love 80s movies. I mean, I love movies regardless of the time that they were created in. I think my favorites from the 80s would have to be Back to the Future. I think that is a movie that is on everyone's favorite movie list. And David Bowie's Labyrinth. It's just, I watched that as a child and I have never stopped being like just fascinated by the entire movie. I love Labyrinth so much. And finally, what are my top 3 favorite movies of 2018? So I literally went through the entire list of movies that have released in 2018. I'm talking only theatrical, only movies I've seen. So I'm sure there are a lot of great movies that came out this year that I just haven't seen. And I came up with the top 4. So top 3 is a little too hard, but top 4, I've got it. In no particular order, my top movies of 2018 are Game Night, A Quiet Place, A Star is Born, and Into the Spider-Verse. And I have not seen Mary Poppins Returns yet, but something tells me it's gonna be up there on my list as well. Game Night, A Quiet Place, A Star is Born, and Into the Spider-Verse all gave me like different like emotions, and they all filled me with something that I had not felt in any other movie this year. And that's the point of movies, you know? I saw Game Night in theaters like 4 or 5 times, and I'm not even exaggerating, because I kept bringing different people to see it because I thought it was so good and I knew it wasn't going to get the recognition that it deserved. And I'm telling you, I think Game Night's probably my favorite movie of 2018, like all together. It was just so good, and I can't even describe. I just loved it. It was hilarious. It was different. It was like a different comedy movie. It wasn't like everything else that I've always seen. It was done differently, and it's hilarious, and I love all the people in it. It was just great. I loved Game Night. And I loved A Quiet Place because, well, first of all, I love John Krasinski. I love Emily Blunt. And also, I have this like connection to anything that has to do with sound. Obviously, SoundProofLiz is my name. As you may or may not know, I'm deaf in my right ear. So anything that has to do with like sound or like removing sound, like just, I loved the fact that it was almost a completely silent movie. I love the fact that they talk in sign language, which is something that I've always wanted to learn and like desperately need to. It was one of the first scary movies that I've seen in theaters after discovering that I really love horror thanks to Dead Meat. So yeah, I really loved A Quiet Place. And then A Star is Born was just phenomenal as well. The directing, the acting. I had never seen any of the remakes of A Star is Born or the original, and so I had no idea what to expect, but I really enjoyed it, and the music was brilliant. And then I just saw Into the Spider-Verse this past week, and it was, once again, something I had never seen before. The animation style, the comic book aspect of it, the story, the concept, like, it was just all so cool, and it was something I'd never seen before, and I love movies that show me something I've never seen before. Now, of course, saying that, I can't wait to see Mary Poppins Returns, which shows me something I've already seen a bunch of times before, but I don't care, because I'm very excited for it. Thank you so much for asking me all these questions on Instagram. If you want to be a part of the Instagram fam, ew, I'm sorry I said that. You can follow me on Instagram, it's at SoundProofLiz, on Twitter, everywhere is SoundProofLiz. I am SoundProofLiz everywhere. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, I don't know why I'm doing this, I never do this. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, hit subscribe down below. Like this video down below. Leave a comment down below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye!